passionately committed to serving and supporting all those who face dyslexia. A very common thing, by the way. Dylan, my boy, what's going on?
Good morning, Uncle Dave. How are you? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Thanks for coming on. I know so many people that went undiagnosed with dyslexia, and they are so successful. They are so successful. What do you think it is? I know why, for example, people in recovery are successful because recovery teaches you to live life like I believe with non-negotiable behavior day to day, 24 hour by 24 hour. But I feel as if people who have dyslexia understand the Tao better than others because of the counterintuitive nature of dyslexia, shows us where the space is, and that's where things are created. For you, you encountered dyslexia, all the bullying and everything that goes along with it, the self shame and confusion. But why are so many people with dyslexia so successful?
Because we are forced to think outside the box to survive in the academic setting. So everybody in the US at least has to go into the academic system. You have elementary school, you have middle school, you have high school, and then it's not built for everybody. So when you're dyslexic and me severely, you have to think outside the box to just get that 50, to just get that 65, to just maybe pass, to just survive. So then when you're thinking outside the box to see what can I do to survive in this is actually built, like I reflected on it. I just wrote my first book and I was forced to like really reflect on the journey, right? And I reflected and it was, I was networking and didn't know it. I was coming in before my competition and coming out last and didn't know it. I was outworking my competition and didn't know it. Just things that I had to do to just survive. But then when I was able to transfer it to the real world, it allowed me to excel, but also it is, worth creative thinkers. When you're dyslexic, that's the side of your brain that works. So when you're thinking with your creative side of your brain in the professional world, I mean, there's no limit. You could end up on an Instagram Live with Uncle David on a Thursday morning.
Yeah, well, I'm thankful for you being on that, but I'm also thankful that you and I have joined forces. I have been on a mission to empower over 1 billion people to be happy, and if I don't find people like you and Marissa and Nick Glazer that I can empower young people in their 20s that are empowering others already. And on November 15th,
Yep.
we are going to put on together this 1% event in New York City. We're going to have, I believe, a dinner on the 14th as well.
Yep.
In the 15th, we're going to have this 1% event. I deal with the 1% within the context of 1,000 steps because 99% of the people quit before they get to 250 of the 1,000 steps that it takes to get to where you want to be. And then 99% of that 1% quit, and then 99% of that 1%. So 1% means a lot to me in your 1% event that we're doing together on Saturday, November 15th. And everybody's welcome to join us. So please
Absolutely.
reach out to both of us. We'd love to have you. And for dinner, we're going to have some killer famous guests with Uncle Dave, as always, in my celebrity Leighton
Yes.
dinners the night before. But what does 1% mean to you?
So 1%. So here's why 1% in New York is so special to me, Uncle Dave. It is a 1 year anniversary of you allowing me to come on your Apple TV show, Office Hours, which is crazy on how things land. And since then, it's changed my life. And at that time, I thought the 1% meant watches and cars and cities and celebrities. But since then, you've taught me two things. You taught me a lot, but two things that have ever lasted in my life was you're humble, you're about to be. And wealth is connections, relationships, and opportunities that has nothing to do with monetary value. So to me, 1% means opening that door for that 1% person that might change the world, becoming 1% better. Learning 1% means that these relationships are what matter, these opportunities are what matter, these lessons are what matter, and becoming that 1% better to help empower that next person. Like, I don't want to be the person who might be the next president or the next Beyonce or whatever the case. I want to be the person who empowers that next one, which is why I'm excited for the 1% because it's opening the door to show people, one, what's possible, two, that we're all human, we're all approachable, and three, if you're at the top or bottom, we have amazing people like Uncle Dave and Marissa and Nick Glazer that genuinely you guys really want the best for people and you want to empower people and you want to collaborate. Collaboration wins every battle over competition. And I wanted to build a room where you feel inspired, you feel empowered, you feel connected, you are creating opportunities, and I want this event to change people's lives, whether it's personal or relationship or professional or financial or perspective. I wanted to change people's lives where they walk away going, I am 1% better after attending that, and I've learned this, this, and this. And I am inspired, and I want to go help somebody, and I want to empower those people. Like you've allowed me to do this last year. So I wanted to give you gratitude as well.
Yeah, well, everything doubles, everything accelerates, everything aggregates when we pay attention to it and give it our intention. And what I see the differentiator of you and Marissa and Nick and other 20 somethings is the intentionality. A lot of younger people, they do go the extra mile every once in a while. And then they use that to justify why they're not where they want to be. And you, Marissa, Nick, and others that we work with, you guys do it every day. You do it every day. I call it the empty mile. It's no competition there, only collaboration and commandments, working with each other in order to facilitate. That word facilitate means to make it easy. And it is easy when you collaborate and coordinate and command each other, work with each other, not demand, not go the extra mile every once in a while, and use that to justify and live in alignment. The next lesson I'm going to be teaching at the 1% is the ideas of behaviors versus outcomes and how evidence does not necessarily illustrate where you're going to be or better. That evidence that exists today does not illustrate where you're going to be or better. It doesn't illustrate your outcomes. And it's not only the wisdom that we'll share together, but it's the faith that we're protected, promoted, loved, and perfected through our values and our behaviors. And so I want to look at these behaviors and get young people to start focusing in on not this is what I want people to think I am, comparing themselves to some virtual highlight that does not constitute anything other than stealing their joy, but to focus in on these incredible behaviors that give us fulfillment, passion, purpose, and profitability in our life. What's one non-negotiable behavior that you've taken either from me or other mentors of yours that has been life-changing that you do utilize consistently every day, persistently without quit in the pursuit of your potential?
One thing that is not negotiable for me is figuring out one where I'm limiting myself and two where I can be a better version of myself. Because if I'm not going to at least, at the bare minimum, become 1% better every day, which our mutual friend Dalton Crofton told me that was a limiting belief, and he could be correct because I should be doing more than that. But at least becoming 1% better every day, at least helping one more person, at least passing on one more smile, at least opening a door for one more person. My non-negotiable is I must make one person smile. I must work out every day. I must learn a lesson every day. Those are non-negotiables.
You got it. Always do your best, always learn lessons, and always have fun. And I promise you, you'll make a lot of money for the sake of helping a lot of people and having a lot of fun. Dylan Smith, come and join us. Thanks for stepping up. I can't tell you when you honored me by partnering with me in our VIP dinner on the 14th of November and to allow me to partner with you at the 1% event in New York City, November 15th. Everybody reach out at this for dyslexia 19 or just reach out to Dylan Smith. Common name, uncommon valor. Thank you so much, my brother. I will see you soon.
Absolutely. Love you, Uncle Dave.
I love you too, man. Great job.
See you
He's
soon.
amazing. See you soon, brother. That's so good. You see him there just for dyslexia 19. That's Tony Gwynn's number, by the way. All right. As always, we're rocking and rolling on Thankful Thursday. Say thank you before you go to bed and when you wake up. I promise your life will change. Jason is in the house. Jason Saltzman is here out of Miami.